You want to increase your income and become a better provider. Everywhere you turn on YouTube, you see more examples of how to build passive income, but I'm here to warn you, it's a trap. If you'll give me 10 minutes, I'll explain why the idea of passive income is a trap when you're trying to establish yourself as a great provider for your family, give you a framework for how you can more reliably increase your income and develop a more fulfilling career. And not only that, but also give you the signposts to look for down the line so that you'll know when and how to re-engage with the passive income dream from a position of power and purpose. Let's get into it. I've been where you are, anxious to be the person my family needs and looking for answers. Hearing a lot of voices talking about how stupid it is to work for someone else. Wondering if I could grow my career and if I was making a mistake for even trying. But I'm now really comfortable with the answers to those questions. I've grown our income and our savings to a place where I'm happy knowing that we are safe. And for me, that took a lot. After a lot of experience growing my income, both actively and passively, this video is to help you know what I wish I had known. I've done passive income. I've had websites that made money, done affiliate marketing, and made some nice recurring payments from it. Nothing against it. Getting a paycheck for work I did months ago was really cool. But if you're the sort of person who consumes any content, such as YouTube, about personal finance, money, or increasing your income, you almost certainly have an inflated sense of the importance and relevance of passive income. This is partially because selling the idea of passive income is a big business. Lots of companies exist to help you start or run your side hustle. A bunch more benefit from being the marketplace where you sell or by taking a cut of your transactions. Money while you sleep is so appealing that there are all sorts of courses and programs to buy. All of this adds up to huge financial incentives. Getting viewers who are interested in make money online pays better than almost anything. So of course, content creators talk about passive income, list ideas, or share their experiences. But there's another subtler reason why you're always hearing about side hustles, passive income, and entrepreneurship online more generally. Think about it. Who creates content? Generally, people who are interested in passive income, almost by definition. Blogs, newsletters, courses, and yes, YouTube videos are dream businesses for people who want passive income. On the other hand, people who build successful careers at their day jobs often lack time and motivation to devote to creating content. So if you spend a lot of time online, you're hanging out with folks who by and large didn't double down on their day jobs. Of course, you're not going to hear about how great it is to double down on your day job. Oh, but it is great. More on that in a minute in part 2. See, passive income is attractive because it seems approachable. Maybe you don't know how or when you'll be able to make more money from your job, but this is something you can start on the side, and there are plenty of guides anxious to show you their ways to do it. But passive income is luxury income. It's not for when you're trying to become a better provider. It's for when you have plenty and you're shifting to lifestyle, which we'll help you do when we get to part 3. But money, Dad, you're saying to yourself, it's not that easy. Don't you think I would be making more money if I could? Of course. But passive income's not that easy either. It just looks that way because there are a bunch of people selling it. So let's make getting a raise at your day job look a little bit easier. Here are 12 things you should know about how to make more money without starting a side hustle. First, it's a competition. There are more people who want a raise than there are raises available. That means you should expect to have to do something beyond what's normal. Most people will not massively increase their incomes this year. So that means if you do want to, you can't be content with doing the same things they're doing. However, you should know that hard work isn't enough. Working hard at your job description might get you a meets or exceeds expectations, but it won't convince your boss to go to bat for you in order to get you a huge raise. For that, you might need to do something extraordinary. For example, one of my team members got the credit for consistently succeeding at the hardest, most important projects when success was not assumed. They got a big raise. Or you could get a promotion. However, this requires that A, you're good at your job, B, your manager's aligned that they want you to get to the next level, C, you get an opportunity to work at that next level even without it being your official job, D, you succeed at doing the next level up long enough to get a good track record, E, there's opening and a budget at that next level, and F, your managers, peers, and bosses all agree that you're the one that they want. Getting all those things to line up is tricky, so if you want a big raise, you're probably going to need to be willing to change companies. And if you're changing companies anyway, knowing the right industries to target while still looking for a similar role to your current one may be able to double your income all on its own. It happened to me. At the end of this video, I'll give you a link to another video with the details. Also, when you're changing companies, if you can get to a company with higher standards, they tend to pay better as well. It might be annoying to look, act, or dress a certain way or kiss up to people, but remember, that's part of what you're getting compensated for. Now, I keep talking about changing companies, so you should know. Job hunting is a skill that you can get better at. Let me know if you want me to talk more about this, but to get started, learn what a star story is and know what yours are, practice interviews, keep in touch with your favorite coworkers after they've moved on, and rewrite your resume to focus on the value that you can deliver to businesses. Now let's go rapid fire for a few more. All else being equal, the more value you create, the more you can get paid. All else being equal, the more people you can create value for, the more you can get paid. To capture more of the value you create, you need to get better at negotiation. And if you really want to get ahead faster, you might need to be willing to move to where there are better opportunities for you. Let's be honest, if you could double your income without doing anything on the side, would you still want to spend your nights and weekends hustling to spend up a side passive income stream? Maybe. And if that is you, stay tuned just a little bit longer for part 3. But speaking as someone who's made that transition, it definitely takes the stress and the urgency out of it. If you currently have any stress about income, I beg you to reject the false promises of passive income. Instead, spend your extra time and energy hustling for a more lucrative day job and then max out that opportunity first. Then and only then should you move on to part 3, passive income with power and purpose. If you're making great money from your day job, you're not going to feel the same stress and urgency about income. And that's great, because stress and urgency about income are the exact opposite of what you want if you're going to try to create passive income. That should be a long-term play where you're willing to give up money now in exchange for ongoing money later. Assuming passive income is still a dream, here's how to approach it from a position of power and confidence. First, realize that passive income is luxury income. It's what you shift your finances to over time when you can and if you want to, when you already have enough to sustain you. It's not a luxury you have to pursue. If you're making great money at your day job, great. Nothing says you have to quit working. Side note, if you use my tips from part 2 to set yourself up for a higher income, you're also likely to get a job that you like more as well. This is partially because higher paying jobs are often more strategic and interesting, and partly because the pursuit of such work will change who you are into a person who is better able to find meaning and enjoyment in their work. But if you're financially set and you're interested in setting up some passive income as your next project, and it doesn't kill the golden goose to do so, great. Here's a 5-part checklist in order to know if you're in the right position of power for passive income. 1. You're confident in your financial position. So confident that you're happy to play the long game. You can afford to give up income or even invest upfront now in favor of something that may have a better payoff over an extended period of time. 2. You've maxed out the trade-offs that you're willing to make for your primary source of income. Whether that's your day job or a business, you've already done the work to be super clear what it would take to get ahead, and you've made a conscious decision not to go to the next level. For example, at my last job, I would have been happy to get maybe one more promotion, but beyond that, not really. At this stage of my life, I'm too committed to time with my children to want work to completely consume my life the way that I saw it do with the more senior executives that I worked with. 3, you have time, energy, and mental space. Again, you don't want to put so much into this pursuit that you harm the things that are more important to you. If you kill off the golden goose that is your day job before you're ready, you lose your position of power. Don't let the siren call of a side project end up distracting you so much that you lose your relationships with the people that you're trying to provide for in the first place. Whatever you've picked to pursue, make sure that it works for you and yours in your current stage of life. Passive income can be as simple as investing in total stock market index funds, and frankly, that's my favorite approach. So before you pick something more complicated, be certain you're ready for the trade-offs. 4, you're going in with your eyes wide open. There will be many willing to sell you their system, potentially for thousands of dollars. They'll promise to give you the exact blueprints they used. That way you can be certain to succeed. This is actually the exact opposite of what I mean when I say eyes wide open. I'm not saying you should never pay for education, but eyes wide open means you understand the options available to you. You recognize the value that you can provide. You understand all the risks, you know how much work is involved, and you know that there are plenty of people out there who just want to take your money. 5, your interest and your opportunity have met. You need to have something that you can provide that provides value to other people. And since you already have a great income, it needs to be something you actually want to work on. No tediously pumping out low quality spam for you. No, when you start building a passive income business, it'll be something that you can be proud of, something you enjoy, and something that you honestly believe brings goodness into the world. If this video has been helpful to you at all, please consider subscribing because I have a lot more content coming about how to be a reliable provider who your family can trust to make great decisions around money. And if you want to see that video about how I doubled my income by changing industries, check that out here.